Ah, back at the office again, huh? What a great time
I
to
can't
be
wait
alive.
to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How
Oh,
amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
yeah, that's different. That's not the. That's a different dialogue. That's not what you usually say. That's not what you usually say.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I'm entering the door on my left again. You don't have to worry your pretty little head. Of course I'm entering the door on my left, narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
Feeling
Yeah.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
You
boss's office.
can't believe
hoping
you
he
blocked
might
off
find an
my
answer
room
there.
closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
On. Okay, no, that door doesn't open. Understandable. Have a nice day. What's in the bathroom? What's this thing say now? Oh, that's fine. So now
The
what?
moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze
What
in
is
his
it?
tracks. Not
Two-
a living soul anywhere.
2,
Could he really
5,
be all
8,
alone?
4.
This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to
2,
take. He
8.
fell to his knees, bursting into half
4,
moans,
5.
half sobs. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I mean,
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he
Okay.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
okay. I'm doing it. Sure. You're gonna make me.
Feeling
You're gonna.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't let you talk though. That's my fault. I apologize profusely, Mr. Narrator Man. I apologize profusely, Mr. Narrator Man. Ah. I see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I will. And then I'll press this little button right here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Sure.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I think I have an
Did he
idea.
have the strength to find out?
I think I've already found out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Wow.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
So many people
Stanley's
are fired.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm eternally monitored. Okay. So I'm gonna hit this elevator.
Mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
This is
be
true. I kind of
Had
have an idea of
Stanley
what I
really been
want to
under
do
someone's
when we get into the
control all
mind
this
control
time?
room.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That
Sure.
his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah.
No.
No,
He
I
refused
don't.
to
I
believe
refused it. You're
He
right.
couldn't accept it.
Not
His
gonna
own
accept
life
that.
in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Exactly.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But
The
here
answer is
was
yes.
the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, I will. Hold on. I'll press the button number 5. Okay, it's awaiting input. Yeah, I'm gonna dismantle the establishment. By taking over.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
I
what
did.
you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
2 minutes.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Why are you trying to kill me?
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
You erased them?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Shit, I don't know what to do.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
3.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah, I don't. Can you tell me?
Assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
I thought so.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Yes.
Won, solved?
I do. I do think that. I'm literally panicking right now.
What your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. I would destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I'm dead. This narrator is a dick. Oh, again? All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
yeah.
Memo.
Probably. Probably missed something somewhere. Hold on. What if I go backwards?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his coat. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You're right. But I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna fucking do it. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
What does that mean? What is this? Oh. Where am I going now? What is this game, dude? Hello.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Thank you.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Uh-huh.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, I'm excited.
This sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I am too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but
That's
I'm
okay.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go.
Oh, all right.
Finally, at long last,
Yeah,
it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. New content. What?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
But we haven't...
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the
What's
content,
that?
Stanley.
Okay, yeah, you'll get the content. Yeah.
All right. All right.
The
let's
jump
see
circle.
it. The jump circle?
Uh-huh. Sure. I'm jumping. We're jumping. We're jumping. We're doing it. Watch that number go down. Yeah, look me in the eyes while you're going down. Okay.
Is that it?
Was that...
Surely that's not all the new
Nah,
content.
nah.
There has to be something else, right?
Yeah.
Another elevator.
There's gotta be
Stanley,
another
I
thing.
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Okay.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more.
Okay.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, there's one.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready
Sure.
for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
Yeah,
This is
I'm
what
agreeing with you.
happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yeah, let's hold them
It's my
accountable.
fault, Stanley.
Is it?
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Oh.
It could never have lived up to such expectations.
That's
If
fair.
you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Well,
and
hold
we'll
on.
try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Maybe.
What do you say, friend?
Oh. Oh, okay. I guess I don't have a choice. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait. That's...
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh. I don't like that. What? In the vent? What are you showing me in the vent, narrator?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yes.
thinking about the past and how
Okay.
much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Uh-huh.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the...
Oh.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Okay.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
All right. Yeah.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
That's true.
Oh, the waste.
Memory, sweet memory. Wow. I remember in 2013. Crazy. On Firefox startup page? Wow. That's crazy. Memory lane. Smile because it happened. First dollar. Don't play for 5 years. Go outside. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. New video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. College show uneven effort to enroll poor. Cost hindered new tech. Business leaders pushing election of console allies. 50% off designer hats. Nominee at the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. That's pretty cool. For what? For story, debut game, and game innovation. That's really cool. And then there's the death one. Ah. This is pretty.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
That's very nice.
Every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
I know those games.
It's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Well, then what is it?
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wait, what's on here? Memory zone maintenance. That's interesting. It's a husk with person of the year, that guy. Oh, there's all the buttons. Oh, wow. What's this?
Here's another moving passage, this time from
Ayo.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley
GameSpot.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever
This
been
is a
confronted
cute
with in a
DLC
game. 9
or a
out of
cute
10. Don't you
addition.
get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Carpet
It didn't need
textures.
anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yeah, I see what it's saying. It's saying that not everything needs to have a brand new thing of content all the time. Serious Room 2023 or 2013. Yeah,
These were simpler times, Stanley.
they really
What I
were.
wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on.
What?
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this?
Oh.
What's down here? Oh no. Oh God,
Yes.
no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the
Oh,
online
no.
video game distributor.
Oh,
I haven't looked at these in
shit.
years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no, I feel like they were. Oh no!
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even
It's
imagine
true.
where I'd have the room to stick them.
So many Steam reviews. Oh no. There's so many of them. The memory zone's starting to get dark.
Okay, let's see what this one
What's this one?
says.
Yeah, what's this one?
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, I
You
don't.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
I don't think you're
This
preachy.
is
I
actually
just.
quite shocking for me.
Yeah.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't
Sure.
know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it's possible.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh.
Like I let these people down.
No,
Perhaps the Stanley
you didn't.
Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, you
What's
didn't let
this one
anyone
got to
down.
say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A
People are
skip
being
button.
so mean.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
I don't want
Not
to
if
do
it
that
means we
though.
can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I do
Wait,
anything
hold on,
for
what?
the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
But I don't want a skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
I did.
That's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley!
What? Yes.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Okay.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh, the plant
Stanley,
withered away.
I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks.
Oh, God. Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have
Hi.
had time to think about you and about us.
Narrator. A fire alarm? Yeah, we're not gonna deal with
But
a
they
fire
didn't
alarm.
understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, enter.
Let's go on a tangent. Oh, it's quiet again. I'm just pushing the skip button constantly.
Is never the end, 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 is never the end,
it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end. And nothing new is happening other than like some of the dialogue changes. I mean, you wanted the skip button. Oh. It's starting to... The building's getting destroyed. Oh my god, the sun. The sun. And a ladder. Wait, can I just keep pressing this endlessly until... to see what... Oh. Nature's taking hold. He's gonna take this away from me eventually, right? Oh. What happened to the nature? What happened to the niceness? What was that? I don't like that. What's happening? Oh. 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 Can I push my button again? I can't. It's a new world. It's a new world. It's just sand now. He made a skip button that made us skip too far forward. No, narrator. Okay, narrator. Your memory will live on in me. Ah. What? Again?